Hi guys, welcome to today's session. Thank you all for your responses on yesterday. And yesterday's quiz question was name the scheme which aims as a regulatory architecture for setting up or upgrading of 20 institutions, 10 from public sector and 10 from the private sector as world-class teaching and research institutions. So the scheme name is Institutes of Eminence Scheme. It's a very important scheme and that is the right answer. Let's now start today's session. First question for the day. Nikshay system often seen in the news is related with option A good governance, option B COVID-19 management, option C radar, option D tuberculosis elimination. Guys, the correct answer here is from the name itself you can derive the answer. Very easy question. It is option D tuberculosis elimination. It is a web-enabled application which facilitates monitoring of universal access to TB patients' data by all concerned, and the system has been developed jointly by Central TB Division of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and National Informatics Centre. It was launched in 2012 and a Gazette notification was published by Government of India mandating all private health establishment to inform the details of TB patients treated by them to Nikshay repository. And it established real-time TB surveillance through case-based, web-based electronic recording and reporting. And guys, there will be monitoring of TB patients treatment under this portal, and it develop and make available TB notification and registration system for both public and private sector. It will provide improved quality care by health service providers. It will also support treatment of patients and reporting of cases, and it provides required data for planning at national and state levels. And it will also provide TB related information on epidemiological social impacts. So that are the few advantages of this Nikshay portal. We'll now move to second question. Second question is with reference to Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Centre. Consider the following statement. Statement 1, it is created to provide private players to use Indian space infrastructure. Statement 2, it will provide credit services to institutions which are interested in space exploration. And statement 3, Indian Space Research Organization will remain the basic body that decides what missions are to be undertaken. Which of the above statements is are correct? Option A 1 and 2 only, option B 3 only, option C 1 and 3 only, and option D 1, 2 and 3. Guys, here the second statement is wrong. There is no provision for credit services under in space, that is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Centre. So our answer is option C 1 and 3 only. Recently, the Union Cabinet approved the creation of Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Centre, which will otherwise called as InSpace. It is to provide a level playing field for private companies to use Indian space infrastructure. This is part of reforms aimed at giving a boost to private sector participation in the entire range of space activities. It will act as a single point interface between Indian Space Research Organization ISRO and everyone who wants to participate in space related activities or use India's space resources. It will also handhold, promote and guide private industries in space activities through encouraging policies and a friendly regulatory environment. And there will be a constitution of Indian National Space Promotion Board. This would be set up to strengthen the Department of Space and for promotion of private space entrepreneurs or non-government space entrepreneurs. And the role of ISRO after the constitution of InSpace is, the overall idea is to let ISRO concentrate on essential activities like research and development, planetary exploration and strategic use of space, while freeing ISRO from ancillary and or routine work which could easily be done by a private industry. So that will be the role of ISRO. And InSpace will provide a level playing field for private companies to use Indian space infrastructure. and also there will be research and development activities. These reforms will allow ISRO to focus more on new technologies, exploration missions, and human spaceflight program. And there will be fruitful dissemination of space technologies and also socio-economic use of space assets. So that are few advantages of this or benefits of this in space. And this will also make a global technology powerhouse that will enable Indian industry to become an important player in global space economy. With this, there is an opportunity for large scale employment in technology sector and India being a global technology powerhouse. So that is about in space and data activities. And we'll now move to last question for the day. Last question is Global Education Monitoring Report recently seen in the news is released by option A UNESCO, option B Pratham NGO, option C World Economic Forum, and option D UNDP. Guys, the correct answer here is it is option A UNESCO only. This Global Education Monitoring Report, its 2020 edition, was released recently by UNESCO. It highlighted that COVID-19 had worsened the inequalities in education systems worldwide. And during the height of school closures in April 2020, almost 91% of students around the world were out of the school. And about 40% of low and lower middle income countries have not supported learners at risk of exclusion during this crisis, such as poor, linguistic minorities, and learners with disabilities. So this is a crisis, and education systems responded with distance learning solutions, all of which offered less or more imperfect substitutes for classroom instruction. And if you see, India has used a mix of all three systems: radio, TV, and online platforms for educational continuity. So these are the findings of this recent Global Education Monitoring Report. And this will be helpful in mains answer writing also. It can be an expected question that the crisis of education sector due to this COVID and all, and you can quote this in your mains answer writing, this Global Education Monitoring Report findings. And guys, it's time for quiz question, and today's quiz question is: there is another report called Annual Status of Education Report, which is also called as ACER report. So the question is, ACER report is published by who? Please post your answers in the comment section. That's all for today, guys. We'll meet tomorrow with another set of questions. Please post your scores also in the comment section. Thank you for watching.